Dennis, how did we get started in this whole business of chasing spooks and goblins and ghosts and ghouls and ghosts?
Well, for me, it started probably about 10 years ago. I've always had the curiosity of them. So, everybody goes out of Halloween. You hear the stories of graveyards. So I went to one called Step Cemetery that you're aware of. And anyways, I went out there and there was about 40 people out there that night. So it just seemed like a big joke. Nothing was going to come of it. But I did meet some investigators from Indianapolis that told me to take a picture of a particular tree. So I did, and I just had the little old razor phone, I'll remember. And anyways, I took a couple pictures, and I went home, and I couldn't believe what I seen on there. It was pictures that, I didn't know whether to believe them or not, but I know what I thought I saw, and other people thought they saw as well. So, anyways, that got my curiosity up. Hey, why not go back and try something again? And I went back to the same location, and I got something again. At least it appeared that I may have. My curiosity peaked at that point, and they were having some of the shows we know, I won't say their names, but that are on TV these days, and they were in the beginnings of their stages of their TV shows. So I started watching them, and I noticed, how they went about doing things, and so I started picking up on a tool here and there, and unbelievably, some of the stuff actually worked, and some of it was the cheapest equipment. But actually, that's how I got started, anyways.
Now, how do you feel about people who think we're completely irrational to be setting out in like 27, 26 degree weather outside a building talking about hunting ghosts?
I get it, It is not for everybody, and I get that. The way I look at it is, it's not for everyone, number one. And number two, I'm not trying to tell them what I've seen or heard or what have you. I present evidence, and the evidence is for them to look at, and they can come to their own determinations. I simply am, they either buy it or they don't. And I know my own belief system is, no matter what I thought in the past, I know that there is definitely something out there, and they're talking to us and showing themselves now.
So now, what about this gets you the most jazzed? I mean, is it an EVP? Is it a good photo? I mean, what makes you go, yes, this is it?
A lot of times what gets me thinking that's it is what I don't capture, but I've seen, I've witnessed. It's some of the best stuff that I've ever witnessed. I did not have the equipment on me, or I had it and wasn't ready for it. And there was one thing I seen where I just was in awe, and I just watched it, and it faded. And I know there were things leading up to that moment too that led me to believe it was that much more an actual sighting. So just love it.
So what do you think about the building here? I mean, you think this is a fairly cool place to do a full-out investigation at?
This is a fantastic place. If you think of the size of Bloomington and what it has to offer, there is so much awesome stuff going on around here. I mean, investigators can investigate around the general area of Bloomington and never have to leave and never do the same place twice. You hear so many stories, and they're in books. There's books just on Bloomington, Indiana, just on the campus. And of course, this place is gorgeous. So
yeah, I mean, where else do you get a castle in the middle of a college university? I'm talking almost literally a real castle. And it's just so awesome here.
It is. I mean, even if we don't get anything, I had a great time walking through it. So
you can also get coffee 24/7.
There you go. It's not about the ghosts, it's about the Starbucks. If you got a Starbucks, it's on, we're there. All right, what this is us analyzing some photo evidence from earlier this year in October on Friday the 13th. We were out at Dunhill Cemetery right next to the Union Building at Indiana University. This is the first photo we took, and I went in with Photoshop and just cut this out and automatically blew it up because it's just a little bit quicker. What we're looking at here is this is the back corner of the Union Building right here. And we've got 3 street lights. We've got one here, we've got one here, and one here. Down here we're highlighting it so you can see this light here. You can see this light here, but that's it. You've just got these lights. You've got the 3 lights in the picture. So we'll zip down to this one. This was the next picture. I walked probably 15 foot across the cemetery and snapped another picture shooting back the same angle. And in this one, we didn't notice it for a long time, and then we came back to it to use it for another project, just as a background. And let me switch to this. We noticed that as we zoomed in, this is the original photo right here. You notice that second light now is almost completely out. It's completely dim. That one's full on, that one's full on. So we started looking at that, and we zoomed in a little bit, and right in here next to the tree you can kind of see something. We couldn't figure it out. The light is still off. This is the same photo, just blown up. So we blew it up a little more, and here you can see that the light is dim, but you can see a woman standing here. It's like you've got a hairline all around there. Like in here, this lighter area is her face. Here's her neck going into like the V-neck of a shirt. Shoulder. Now, the edge of the tree here is illuminated, and as you zoom in, you will see that her shoulder is coming out past the edge of this tree. In this figure right here, you can fully see that the light's dimmed. Here's the edge of the tree. It comes down like this, but you can see that the black completely comes in over this tree. Here's her hairline. You can see her face right here. There's an eye, there's an eye. The bridge of her nose, the shadow of her nose. You can see her mouth if we zoom it in a little bit more. This is like the dark shadows underneath her chin and her neck. And here you can see the V on her shirt.